Alright guys, what's up? So this video is going to be different. I'm not going to talk about myself, basically. I'm going to talk about the new Grogu and Mandalorian movie. So, also ignore the hair, I've been sick the whole day. You can't really tell because, I'm just so cool, but I have been sick. Got this right with me. Been playing Forza 6 the whole day. Yeah. But I went to go watch the new Mandalorian Grogu movie with my girlfriend. Sorry, I didn't have to put that part in there, but I did. So, basically, what if Disney was not retarded? And when I say not retarded, I mean they had balls of steel and weren't afraid to kill characters that people care about. So, obviously, Baby Grogu was basically his baby, but let's just say Baby Grogu grew up a little bit, grew up not exponentially, but grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like a toddler, like 5. I don't think toddlers are 5 years old. I think they're like 4. But let's just say he's like 5 in human years, or maybe even 6, 5 or 6, and he can kind of put words together. Or basically basically make him 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? In the movie at the start, everything plays out the same. He gets captured, and then Din Djarin goes tell Baby Grogu, goodbye, leave. And Grogu has this shows fear of the Hutts, and and then he goes away. He actually goes away, right? What if he actually went away, right, guys? And then Din Djarin dies, and then Grogu feels the pain, and senses him dying, and then feels the pain, the hatred, wanting to get more powerful to be so others can't die that he's cares about, and feels the loss and hatred, and trying to think of other words. In other words, this is just off the top of the dome. Well, actually not off the top of the dome, because I actually thought about this while I was in theaters. And I thought about this now while I was playing Forza Horizon 6. I was just drifting around. And I was like, I should maybe say this because I don't want someone to take my idea. Because I'm a genius. But I thought about this in the theaters. I was like, damn. And then I saw a scorpion and I was like, alright, ignore my neck, bro. I got a long ass neck, bro. I gotta hide this shit. For real. Controlling spell. Alright. But yeah, so basically, right? And then Grogu goes off. And then he goes. So we know that he knows how to train, kind of meditate. And then and then Luke Skywalker senses Baby Yoda's growing into going into the dark side, going down the wrong path. And then Luke Skywalker goes to check on him and then sees that Din Djarin got eradicated. Like he should have. Disney. It would have been so cool. People would have actually had emotion, I feel like you need negative emotion and loss to be able to gain something sometimes. And that's a lot of things in Star Wars is failing right now. There's no really no! You know what I mean? So if he died and we saw that, that would have been crazy. And look at all the bugs swarm him and then gets consumed by bugs. That would have been kind of crazy to see. That would have been a moment damn. That is crazy. And then you see Grogu kind of train up, and then you see him with Kylo Gaywad. Is that his name? Kylo Ren? Ben Solo. Is that his name? Ben Solo? I actually don't know his actual name. Alright, I'm a Star Wars fan, guys. Come on, chill. But yeah, Kylo Gaywad, right? So Kylo Gaywad, you see them train up, you see them get trained, but you see let's say Teen Grogu, he's a teen, 13, 14, 15 could be pushing it, like, in his age, because, like, I know they grow or they age really slow. So, and that's the thing. That's what kind of ruins this, is because he can't really age how I would wish he could, you know, because he's, like, fucking 50 years old, and, like, every 25 years he gains, like, a year in human years. That's just me, like, I don't know, just estimating. But I actually don't know. But, and you see him kind of maybe twist Kylo Gaywad and, like, make him kind of look at the other side of the Force, you know, see the dark side. And Teen Grogu kind of doesn't manipulate him, because he's not trying to, but he's showing his emotions and showing his hatred, thirst for power, and stuff like that. You could have shown that. And then maybe even the chick from the Maul series. Oh my god. You can maybe show her, and maybe show her influence Grogu, and maybe she's trying to manipulate. Bro, you could have her reach out to Luke Skywalker and try to maybe help teach him, because she was like a Jedi survivor. She could be like, yeah, I survived. And then Darth Maul actually corrupted her completely and have her as his, like, apprentice, and then, like, he obviously gets like she maybe tries to betray Darth Maul, and then, like, they just separate, like, they both survive, but, like, she tries to betray him. You could have seen, well, obviously you wouldn't really know that if you had just put that in the movie now, because I don't think you could probably fit all of this in the movie. But she could have, like, and then, like, they separate, and then she tries to, oh, I'm a Jedi, guys, help me, I'm here to help. And then she's actually looking for an apprentice, and then sees Teen Grogu and tries to manipulate him, and you see him become more hateful, and, like, have this wanting revenge. Yeah, wanting revenge. You could have had him wanting revenge for Din Djarin, right? And then he goes there, and it's, like, this cool scene. He's, like, trying to, and then you could maybe, like, dude, and then, like, he just gets overwhelmed. Or you can maybe even see him go into the dark side fully, and maybe even survive. You could have him survive. You could have him survive and fight Luke Skywalker, and then he forces Luke Skywalker to kill him. Dude, that could explain literally everything. Why he's, like, just a jack off, and, like, he's just a pussy. And he's, like, sorry as shit. He kills his apprentice because he went to the dark side, and it shows Luke Skywalker's fear of the dark side, and Grogu's anger, and, like, obviously this would be, like, very far-fetched, because why would Luke Skywalker even fear it? He literally went against the two actual Dark Lords of the Sith, but he sees his own. Wait, hold on, I need to get some water in my. He sees his own student fall to the dark side. His own people, his own, you know, fall to the dark side, and it's on him. He is the master, and he just killed his student because he failed. Luke Skywalker fails. Dude. And him failing causes him to have this fear. Oh my god. And then and then you can show him having these visions, and, like, him trying to combat them and meditate, but they won't go away. And then you can maybe, I don't know. I don't really know anything about Snoke. You could maybe try to put Snoke and kind of have Snoke put these visions into his head. And then Luke Skywalker snaps. And then, boom. And then show kind of the beginning of it. Like, beginning of the... Is it the New Order? First Order? I don't even know. What is Snoke's army called? You could literally do that. You could have... Bro, I'm a genius. Dude, you could have done that. And obviously that'd be very hard. And you can maybe try to speed up the process of the first bit of the movie. Because the first bit is kind of it's not bad, but it's like really nothing to it. Ooh, that was a weird burp. It's kind of like there's nothing to it, but it's like cool. Like it's like a cool, like, yeah, it's fun, it's cool. But maybe like try to speed up, like take some stuff out that you don't need, obviously, because what I just said has meat to it. Real meat. Not no chode meat. This real. No chodes over here. The first bit is a chode. Like, it's still meat, but like, that could have been really something. Dude, I should really be in, like, something. Like, bro, like, that is literally... I'm a genius, man. Fuck. Dude, like, that would have been so cool. Like, you know how cool of scenes those would be? Man, bro, man. Alright. But thank you guys for watching. The neck is just popping out here. Let me just... I don't know about that, guys. Alright, peace out.